Hey friends, in today's topic we'll be discussing two different types of budgets, the 70-20-10 budget as well as the 50-20-30 budget. What are they and who are they best suited for? Later on in the video I'll be sharing with you what my budget looks like on a month-to-month basis and which one of these budgets I seem to lean towards more. So stick around if you're interested. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Shanita. I'm a public educator based in Houston, Texas. And on this channel, we explore tips and tricks to help you amp up your side hustle game, become more productive, as well as pay off those student loans faster. So if any of these topics interest you, consider subscribing. The definition of a budget is described as the estimate of income and expenditures for a set period of time. How to budget comes in several different forms. I've seen everything from planners to envelopes, Excel spreadsheets, simple pen and paper, budget binders, money jars, and calendars. I've tried all of them and all of them do work. It really just depends on your preference and what your budget looks like. Now in both scenarios, the concept of these budgets is to take your monthly household income and divide it into three percentages. With the 70-20-10 budget, 70% is used for your primary monthly expenses. Fixed expenses such as your food, rent, mortgage, clothing, gas, and utilities. Everything that you spend within that category must be no more than 70% of your income. 20% of this budget then goes towards savings or debt. The remaining 10% goes towards tithing, donating, and miscellaneous spending. With the 50-20-30 budget, it estimates that you should put 50% for your needs, things like housing, food, transportation, basic utilities, insurance, minimum payments on debt, and possibly dependent care, which would be a child, pet, or a loved one. 30% would go towards your wants. This includes monthly subscriptions, digital and streaming services, travel, entertainment, and meals out. And the remaining 20% should go towards either your debt repayment or savings, starting and possibly growing an emergency fund, saving for a retirement, and paying off student loan debt, beginning with the most toxic or highest interest rate. Now, it's important to note that these are basically just templates. Not everybody's budget looks this way. In fact, it's probably not realistic to assume you're always going to have such a rigid regimen of percentages within your budget. From month to month, things may fluctuate depending on the need. After evaluating these two budgets, the potential gray areas that I have found was considered the wants category. Now within the wants category are all the things that you would spend money on that are not absolutely necessary for your standard of life or considered essential. But then where do you really draw the line? Can you work out at home instead of paying for a gym membership? What about cooking, choosing organic meals versus non-organic meals? Is that still a want or is it a need? So with that said, this category of wants often extends to upgraded decision making, like buying a luxury vehicle instead of a more economically friendly brand, choosing to pay for certain cable packages as opposed to streaming your entertainment content. So as a quick side note, if you're finding value in this video, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. As a new small YouTube channel, hitting the thumbs up button really does help me with the YouTube algorithm and getting my videos out and seen within the YouTube community. Alright, so let's take a look at my January personal budget. In my last video, I walked you through my DoorDash earnings for the month of January. In this video, I'm going to be covering what my budget looks like on a month-to-month basis. I'm not too sure I'll be doing this every single month, given that I really keep spending the same amount every month on the same things. So I don't know how much value there would be in providing a monthly update video on something that's pretty standard in my life. So it looks like for January, roughly 72% of my income is spent on utilities and bills. For me, that would include my rent, my student loan payment, my cell phone bill, and my internet. 9% is spent on miscellaneous one-time purchases. 10% of my spending for the month of January was spent on apparently some online purchases. Roughly 1% was spent on eating out. 3.5% was spent on groceries, 0.3% was spent on things like parking, 1% was spent on gas, 0.95% or less than 1% was spent on subscription services. And last but not least, 1.8% of my budget for the month of January was spent on health and wellness, which it looks like it was a CVS pharmacy prescription pickup. So overall, all pretty straightforward expenses for the month of January. They don't really change all that often. Well, maybe for the month of February, I may have a different budget given that I did get braces on and that was applied in the month of February. But for now, it seems as though I tend to fall in line with a 70-20-10 budget. And I think a 70-20-10 budget is really more so for someone who, like me, has student loan debt and things like that and can't afford to put so much towards miscellaneous expenses. It really does seem like a 50-20-30 budget is more for someone who has more discretionary income and has more leverage in where they want to put their extra funds. So, all right, friends, that's it for now. And if you are new here and would like to see what I've been up to so far, consider checking out these 2 videos and be sure to give them a thumbs up. And also hit that notification bell so that you can be notified every time I upload a new video. Until then, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.